literally just put the first rod in. I'm still baiting up the second rod. Well, not even baiting up, I was still putting the rig on. The first rod went out with a double sand eel and squid, and I've caught a lovely little small-eyed ray. Gave a cracking fight. Yeah, so that's a different fish, and I'll tell you why, because I've come to a different location where we're hoping to catch different species, but this happened so quickly I've not been able to do an intro, so I'll get this little girl back, because she's a girl, absolutely beautiful, small-eyed ray, and yeah, and I'll do an intro once I've got my rods in, because I've got no rods in the water at the moment. Wow, oh, nice size small-eyed ray. Brian had one as well on his first cast, a 7-pounder, which is bigger than this one. But yeah, that's the biggest one I've had tonight, that second one. And that was on the Hooker's bloody mackerel, lug blood, and squid. Again, I'm just using dongle hooks, but that wasn't an up and over my standard rig I would use. So yeah, buzzing. I still not an intro because I'm trying to bait up and get the rods in, just get 5 minutes down for a drink as well, and I'll do an intro. So yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, everyone, I'll get this beauty back. Got a bit of breather now from that hectic start with nice 2 small-eyed rays. So it is so it's 20 to 2 in the morning, and I'm at Minehead in a mark called by the White Mark, I think it's called. There's a big rock on the cliff that's painted white. I think it's called the White Mark, so just probably 100-200 yards past that. So it's the Bristol Channel basically. So me and Brian have ventured out to see if we can catch something different, which we have managed to do with those small-eyed rays. We'd like a spotted ray. Love a blonde ray, but I think that might be a stretch. Low tide is at 1/4 to 10 to 3, so yeah, we'll see it play by ear. But we're going to stay, have a kip in the car, and then come out and do the low tide in the afternoon. So I'll do some filming in the light at that point then. Yeah, good. But whoa, it's a walk here over the boulders. Now, like ankle breakers, God, that took some doing in the dark. We've never fished that mark. It caught us by surprise how tricky a mark it is to get to until the sand is uncovered as the tide recedes, because yeah, it was hard going. I had to have a breather when I got to here. So Brian's just probably about 70-80 yards that way there. So you can see the lights across off, I think it's Barry on South Wales. So we'll see how I go, and I'll update you as I go along. So a big, obviously, because it started, there's not much to show. I can't show you much of the mark, which I'll wait to do in the afternoon. I'll just show you fishing so far. The rigs I'm using at the moment on the left-hand rod, which caught the first small one, is a 5-foot pulley rig. But I've got detachable snoods, so I can just quickly change them. But I'm fishing a dongle on that one, 6/0 circle hooks, inline circle hooks, and I'm using double sand eel and squid on that particular rig. And on the right hand rod, I'm using my usual up and over, but I'm using a 4/0 inline circle hook. And on that, at the moment, I've put out Hooker's bloody mackerel, I think it's called. It's lugworm blood infused mackerel fillet. That caught the bigger of the 2 small eyes, again with squid on a dongle. So I'll just mix and match. One will always go out with sand eel on, the other one I'll mix and match with. I've got crab, I've got some bluey, I've got hermit crab. What else have I got? That's about it. Oh, I just do the squid. So yeah, I'll update you as and when anything more exciting happens. Well, it's 2:10, so yeah, cracking start of this venue. The wind's dropped right down. It's blowing a gale. I think it's coming from the southwest, so we're sheltered here. This is a lovely evening. It's very hot, warm. Yeah, so very pleased with the session so far. So 2 small eyes and spotted. Yes, made up with that. Not overly small, but yeah, very pleased with that new species there. So yeah, so 2 of the fish have fallen to the sand eel and squid on the pulley rig. So, but the biggest fish has come to the mackerel. So I'll do another mackerel, and I might try a crab because we're getting down towards low tide. But yeah, it's sand, but then as the tide recedes, rocks come up front of you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it in the light. It's very hard that because you're only aware of a certain radius from where your light is to see what you can see. So come back this afternoon, at least get a better idea of what the mark's actually like. So yeah, hopefully a few more rays, will be happy with that. I know smooth hounds will be coming out here. I don't know if they come out here. I know they come further round where we park the car. I think they call that the gasworks or something like that. So I might put a squid at low tide. I might put some crab on with squid and to see if there's any smooth hounds about. I've not had a decent smooth hound at all this season so far. Well, again on the sand eel and squid. Another spotted ray. Made up with that one. That's slightly bigger than the other one. I'm not actually sure that I recorded the other one. Brian took a photo, so I'll have to get that and put that on. But this is my second spotted. You have to take my word. Yes, sand eel and squid on pulley. I've swapped over to a pulley on the other one, but I put crab on there. See if we can inkle out a smooth hound. Yeah, so 4 fish, 2 small eye, 2 spotted ray. Brilliant. Just need a blonde now. So yeah, I'll get this one back. So yeah, sand eel's a killer bait here. Sand eel. So this is the rig that's doing all the damage. It's a 5-foot pulley, all with Trident components. So I said 5 foot down to, right, there's only a single sand eel on this with squid and a 6/0 circle hook onto a dongle, onto an imp. I've just got them because I'm running low on the sand eel. I've got some more in the car, but that's for the second session today. So I'm just going down to single sand eel wrapped in squid. And what I can do is, if it's on a swivel there, I can just clip it off and put one on. So I've always got rigs ready. You see, this is the one that's just come off. So I can quickly cast out and get a bait back in. Well, it's 3:30 now. Tide's obviously flooding in now quite quick, as you expect in the Bristol Channel. Yeah, just had that last small eye from about an hour ago. Everything seemed to come on the ebb. So sticking with, I said I've got pulleys on both rods now. One, I've got sand eel and squid, which has been obviously accounts for 3 of the fish, and I've got crab on the other one. I'm going all out for a smooth hound today now. I want a smooth hound. So yeah, if anything exciting, so I'll come back to you. As always, you'll be the first to know. Well, the tide's absolutely racing in now. It's coming in a lot quicker than it went out. Just been speaking with Brian, and we're going to give it another half hour or so, and then we're going to make it back before the tide comes into it, so we can walk along the shingle rather than the boulders, which are ankle breakers, hard going, really hard going. So we just want to make it a bit easier for ourselves on the way back. So this may be the last time in the dark you see me. Next time you see me, it should be light in the same mark, and I can show you around and give you an idea of what it looks like. I'm looking forward to fishing in the light as well. Should be good. But I'm very pleased with the session tonight. 2 small-eyed rays, 2 spotted rays. Yeah, Brian's had the biggest fishes. Small eye was about £7. I think he's had a doggy as well. So all in all, fishing a new mark in the pitch black for the first time. Can't grumble at all. Can't grumble at all. So yeah, I'll see you soon in the light. It's 12:30. We're back at the white mark. Try an afternoon session now to see if we can add to the rays we caught yesterday. So Brian's over there. There's another YouTuber, Tony, who'll put a link to over there. Just giving us some advice. It was a lot easier getting here in the light. Tony had told us you could walk along a path and dip down and stay along the top of the actual headland. It was far easier than what we tried yesterday. So yeah, it was a lot easier getting here. So as you can see in the cliff there, that is why it's called the white mark. There's a big painted rock on the cliff there, or in the rocks. So that back way down there is towards Minehead. There's a boat just off the shore there. So I've put one bait in, double sand eel and squid on a dongle rig, 6/0 circle hook, on a 5-foot pulley. I'm not putting the other rod in until I can get down on the sand. Last night I was fishing more where Tony's fishing over there, where the sand seemed to clear away a lot quicker than it did over here. This is about where Brian was fishing last night. So I said I'll come back to you as and when anything exciting happens. Well, I haven't done much filming for an hour because I've been working way down the rocks until I've got to a bit of sand. And the first time I've managed to get onto the sand and do a pendulum cast to get into the current, and a bite on double sand eel and squid. Show this beauty, just over £5 bass. So I made up with that. Their first bass of the season, £5. So I'll get this one put back. I don't keep bass. Yes, double sand eel and squid. What a fight on that though. Oh my good grief. Bonus! Not a bad session. Well, it's well, no, it's about 2 o'clock now, so about an hour and a half before low. But now I've been able to pendulum cast to get proper distance on my casts. I seem to be getting into fish, so a little small-eyed ray. So that's 3 for this weekend. Only a small one. You see why they're called small eye. So yeah, pleased about that. I'll just get this in, I can recast this in, and then I'll have a quick chat with you. Yeah, so I've just put that back. So yeah, so we've been fishing for best part of 2 hours, but nearly all of that was coming down these boulders. Absolute nightmare. So I was only fishing one rod. I was so uncomfortable until I managed to get onto the sand, so I'll move down shortly. But it enabled me to get distance on the cast, where I think, going from last night, distance on your cast is key to catch your fish here. I really do. Well, I was fishing more where that bloke is there today. That's where I was fishing yesterday. So I'm more in the place where Brian was fishing last night. Brian's just side there. There's another 2 guys. So it's quite busy today. There's 2 on my left hand side. On my right hand side there's Brian and another 2 others. So yeah, let's see what it gives. All I'd like now is a blonde ray. I know it would be a long shot, but that'd make the weekend with a bass, small eye and spotted rays. Very pleased. I said all but 1 fish have been caught on double sand eel and squid. on dongle rigs on 5-foot pulleys. So yeah, I've never been a fan of pulley rigs, but I can't fault them here, to be quite honest. Can't fault them. So I said, anything exciting happens, I will come back to you. It's coming up to low tide now. Apart from that little session where I had the bass and the small-eyed ray, not a sausage. Bait's coming back in touch. The guy on that side, Tony, and Brian on that side haven't had a sausage. The guy further behind Tony there has. I've seen him pull the ray out, I think he did anyway. I don't know about anybody the other side of Brian. So it's hard work today. Keep plugging along, shattered now. Didn't get much, probably only had about 2.5 hours sleep. In over 24 hours, so banging headache. And what we do for fishing. So hopefully something turns up on the flood. But I'm not going to grumble. Target was to get a spotted ray, which I caught 2 last night. I really hope looking back, I don't think I videoed the first one. Brian did get a picture of it, but we'll find out when I edit this. Well, it's 4 o'clock now. Tide's well flooded in, coming in very fast. Seems to come in faster than it goes out, to be quite honest. Yeah, I've tried every bait combination that I have. Yeah, not a sausage since those two fish. A dead loss really. Been a lovely day though, I have to say. I had to put my hood up because my neck was getting sunburned. Yeah, but it's a good venue. Good venue. Horrendous to fish on those boulders though. Those ones there, oh, they're not. It's not comfortable at all. You need to walk right at the top of the foreshore along, because walking on the actual boulders themselves, ankle breakers, not comfortable at all. But once you get to the top and walk along the foreshore around until you can then nip up, and there's a passageway that takes you up to the coastal path, then it's easy going. But yeah, last night though, we walked across all these boulders not realising to walk on the top of the foreshore to get to here. Oh my god, and I thought I was going to have a coronary heart attack, how much effort that took. Yeah, the soles of my feet are absolutely killing me. I've worn my hiking boots on this session. I wore my wellies last night. It's easier, it's a bit more nimble to nip across on these boulders. Well, I would certainly say this is I would fish this 2 hours down, 2 hours up, to be quite honest. I know we came about 3 hours before, but unless you get to the mark where Tony is, where the sand appears sooner, it's very uncomfortable fishing off those rocks, off the boulders. But yeah, I'm not going to grumble. It's not been a bad session at all, and not bad over the 2 last night and today.